Hello everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and I am doing an unboxing of the lovely Vivid Journey Tarot. And it's so funny because I was like, 2018, I'm scaling back, I'm not buying any decks, I'm just going to use what I got. That hasn't been working out so well for me. I've scaled back my procurement of decks quite a bit from 2017, but it's still kind of going on. But I had to get this deck. It's been on my wish list for a while, and I thought now is a good time to bring it on into the collection. So here we go. I don't know too much about the artist, and that's shame on me. But the artist and well, she's also the writer of the Sky book, or the creator of the entire deck, it appears, Jessica Alaire. And I've heard nothing but good things about this deck. And it just looks, it's a Rider-Waite clone, Rider-Waite-Smith clone. And as many of you know, that's my home tarot system, if you will. And I don't mind having a plethora of Rider-Waite-Smith decks, because that's what I resonate with. That's what I go to. Each deck has its own flavor of how it brings, what it brings to tarot. But that's what I enjoy about it. It's like figuring out what voice is this particular deck going to speak to in the Rider-Waite-Smith system. And that's why it's so much fun for me to collect them, because they all have a different voice to me than, say, their original predecessors, for sure. And this one's no exception. So I got this one in part because I have a beloved oracle deck that I have been using faithfully for a while now, and you all may or may not know it, or know that I adore it so, and that's the Dear Heart Oracle. This is the first edition, and then the second edition here. Sorry for the glare. And you see there, we'll look at more of those in a moment. But I wanted something, a tarot deck to go with my Dear Heart Oracle. And none of the decks, all of my decks work well together, don't get me wrong. But aesthetically, I like to have them pair from time to time, if that makes any sense. And just because I'm weird that way, and I just want them to be kind of paired together. So it was important for me to find a pairing or one deck that would really pair nicely with my Dear Heart Oracle. And I believe I found it in the Vivid Journey Tarot. So enough with all my yammering. Let's take a look. And so this is a Llewellyn deck. Love Llewellyn. This is now added to my Llewellyn collection. And this will bring it now to a total of 5 Llewellyn decks that I have. I love Llewellyn's boxes. You have this, oh, look at the sun. Love that. Love the magnetic box. The one drawback that I have about Llewellyn decks, or their boxes, is that they're so large and massive, and it makes storing them kind of a pain. On the other hand, I like to be spoiled, and I love chunky deck boxes, things that protect the deck. And I now am going through this phase where I'm keeping all of my decks in their original guide boxes. For whatever reason, that's the phase I'm going through. Now I have a ton of tarot bags that I'm not using, but I use them from time to time. I treat them like clothes or clothing choices for my decks when we're going out. But that's about it. Then they come home and they go back into their boxes, back onto their shelf where they belong. So all that to say, I like to keep up my decks in the original box. But it's a honkin' box. So there you go. I'm just going to read the back of the box here. It says, brilliant cards for a vibrant journey. Your inner guide knows what to do. Even when you feel confused or uncertain on the surface, with its lively colors and lighthearted look, the Vivid Journey Tarot helps you connect to your inner guide in a playful way. Tarot cards can represent your true self or an important person in your life. They can tell you about your secret desires or your unresolved fears. Whether you're reading for yourself or your friends, this is a perfect deck for understanding your intuitions and the energies that influence our world. Love that. Love that. So it comes with this beautiful fuchsia colored red, ribbon. Guidebook. Oh, love it. That's okay. So a trade-off for the chunky book, or excuse me, box is the chunky book, right? Love the book. Not that I have any space really to store extra books either, but you know what? I do read the guidebooks as books, if that makes any sense. I read them in my leisure time, even when I'm not working with that deck. I'm like, if it's a good enough guidebook where I can like kind of just dive into the stories, if you will, then I will. And I am just loving Llewellyn's quality craftsmanship in their deck creations. It's pretty remarkable what they're able to do for so inexpensively so, right? I mean, if you think about it, what I pay for this Llewellyn deck, and what it brings to the table versus, you know, like when you're buying some of the more expensive indie decks. I mean, it's quite remarkable what they're able to do. And some people hate their cardstock. I actually love Llewellyn's cardstock. It's so funny. It's like, as much as people hate Llewellyn's cardstock, I love it. I love riffle shuffling, bridge shuffling, and it's so easy to do. Yeah, they're a little bendy, but that's what I feel like they're designed to do. I don't really care for super thick cardstock. Just don't really care for it. Contents are simple. Introduction. You've got 1, Tarot Basics. 2, that chapter 2 is Major Arcana. 3, Minor Arcana. And then Conclusion. Intro just has some Tarot Basics. It goes into some color symbolism, which is cool. It talks about red, orange, yellow. Let's see, for example, red is the color that pumps through our veins. It is primal. Red brings us messages of aggression, passion, power, lust, action, danger, and desire. And I heard another YouTuber not too long ago indicate that they use this deck as a form of color therapy. And so I can see why, because Jessica goes into detail with all the different color meanings. And I find that's fascinating, actually. Violet is the perfect marriage of passionate red and tranquil blue. Violet is problem-solving, intuitive, resurrection, and the psychic realm. Violet is also associated with royalty and grandeur. So probably what I'm going to do at some point very soon is go through all these colors, maybe make a couple of notes about that, and then bear that in mind when I'm doing the readings. She has a 3-card spread. And she explains about, the meanings of the different suits, the court cards, tying of the court cards and tying of the majors to the minors. I love how she breaks down, you can't really see that here. I love how she breaks down the numbers. So for example, 10s are about completion and accomplishment. 9s, the 9s of the deck usually indicates that we are very close to completing our goals, but aren't quite there yet. They remind us that we still have to work a little more before we are finished. So she goes into that. So this is a really good, easy to follow guidebook. This is a really actually good starter deck for people, is what I've heard from many YouTubers and others who have used this deck. And then from what I'm seeing in this guidebook, had I had something as simple like this in the beginning of my tarot journey, things probably would have been a lot easier for me. But hey, that's just the way it goes, right? And then we have a full color representation here of the card and the meanings. The Fool card. Oh, I love this. The Fool is unafraid to begin her journey. She pays no mind to the dangers ahead of her because she holds her faith deeply. So yeah, this is going to be a book that I'm going to definitely be reading on my breaks and whatnot. Going to be enjoying that quite a bit. Oh my God. I love the simplistic nature of the cards because there's so much going on with the color. You almost don't need a lot of detail otherwise, right? So let's go in and dive on into the cards. And before I do that, I'm going to use this time to cut open. This is a true unboxing. Hopefully they wind down, but I already know I have like probably this year with the pre-orders I've got coming, there's probably going to be at least about 4 or 5 more unboxing videos or some form of a new first impressions or unboxing video in my future. Here are the card backs. Love that. And they are reversible. So now we're going to switch the camera angle so we can take a look at some of the cards. All right. I'm just going to move our beautiful box to the side here. Just move you over there. Got the guidebook over here because I want to explore that. So we'll just take a look here at the cards. There's the Fool card. And I'm sorry guys, I'm going to turn on my music. Oh, that song. Here's the Fool card again. And I love how they use a silhouette in this image. Right now I'm kind of digging silhouettes lately. I don't quite understand it, but I'm digging them. So hey, here's the Magician. What I'm really loving about this Magician card is that you can't see who the Magician is. But then also there's something beautiful. Instead of the infinity symbol that we normally see in the Rider-Waite Smith deck, we have the infinity or the cycle or the continuous cycle here in this snake, you know, circling here. So I love that. And I love the color, right? And so we are to follow her guide. We know that we're dealing with some intuition. Oh, and I do see the infinity symbol right there in white. So it's not a lot going on, but a lot going on. The star, pentagon, it's beautiful. Then we have the High Priestess. And here's the Empress. Not sure why I have such a shadow going on here. There is the Emperor. Love that. The Hierophant. There's the Lover's card. Here's the Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Love the colors in this deck. I really do. I think I can see how it can be a great color therapy tarot deck for me as well. Here's Justice. I love this Hanged Man. It's one of the reasons why I got this deck. This person is enlightened by their new perspective, or perhaps because of their enlightenment, they now are able to gain a new perspective. Which comes first, right? The enlightenment or the new perspective? It's just so beautiful here. Beautiful. Even the Death card is just something to see. Oh, look at that. I have to put this down. The lovely hourglass. Time's up. Rose blossoming, representing new beginnings, new life. But this is obviously representing the end. It's just amazing. Yeah, as you can see how that just kind of slips off or slips around, very slippery. But they're mattes, or kind of matte, what do they call it? Oh, what do they call it? Matte semi-gloss. I don't know. I can't. It's not, it's the standard Llewellyn that you get. Cardstock. Can't talk. Temperance. Fun Devil card. Tower. I feel something easy with this deck that I'm called to. I can't wait to use it, actually. The Star. I don't know why. Just can't wait to use it. The Moon. I'm going to do a deck interview. Not today, of course, but I am going to do a deck interview with it. See how I'm going to be utilizing this gem. The Sun. Love the Sun card. It's gorgeous. Your typical Judgment look, right? In the World. Love that. There's the Ace of Wands. I mean, it's really, definitely a Rider-Waite-Smith clone. Two of Wands. And I see here they've got a lot of red for the Wands energy. And that's indicative of the passion, right? That you find in with Wands energy. Your Three of Wands. Which is your typical Three of Wands, but I think I'm feeling like I'm missing a little something with the Three of Wands here. I think there are my ships that might be coming in or going out. I don't know. But we don't need it. If you've been using a Rider-Waite-Smith, you kind of know what that represents. Four of Wands. Like that Four of Wands. I really like this Five of Wands. Shadow fighting. Bickering. Six of Wands. Your typical Six of Wands depiction. Seven of Wands. Oh, losing focus. That's a good Seven of Wands. I like his face in that image. Here's a great Eight of Wands. Caught up in the whirlwind. There's Nine of Wands. This looks like the same fella. And then we have 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. And the King. The little salamander. Ace of Cups. Ooh, pretty little Two of Cups. Love the silhouettes again there. Oh, Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Cups. Great Six of Cups. I love this Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. Kind of for our folks who like pip decks, it got a little something something for you here. Kind of pip-esque with the cups. But then it's still scenic for those of us who like a scene as well. Nine of Cups. Ten of Cups. I love the pages. They all are like these young peeps in their cute little costumes. Page of Cups. Here's your Knight of Cups, very close to the horse. Queen of Cups. Nice King of Cups. There's Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. Nice typical Three of Swords, but still pretty nevertheless, like the yellow heart versus a red one. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Yeah, I can see it. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. She's quite vulnerable, isn't she? Exposed and sad. Anxiety filled. And then we now understand why. Ten of Swords. She's been backstabbed. And pages, here's the page in her cute little costume, Page of Swords. Love this Knight of Swords. Look at his face. It's where you see the knight in him. Queen of Swords. Love the borderlessness of a Llewellyn deck also, right? So cool. King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Love that. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Very typical Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Gorgeous. You see how it's like simplistic, but yet not too simplistic. You really couldn't go anywhere with it. It's just the right amount here. Six of Pentacles. Don't get fuzzy on me. Seven of Pentacles. Like that. Eight of Pentacles. Sorry for all the shadows, everyone. Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. The one thing I am a little concerned about the Knights is that all of them are kind of depicted similarly, which is they're all standing by their horses. Whereas normally I would see the Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles being the one that stands by his horse, and then the rest of them are usually on top of their horse. Maybe the King of Cups is, or excuse me, the Knight of Cups is moving a little slower, but not as slow as the Knight of Pentacles, who's not even on their horse. But in fact, all of the knights in this deck have been standing alongside. So that, I mean, because I've seen so many Rider-Waite-Smith clones, that is something kind of a letdown, but not really, because I'm, you know, a little more seasoned enough to understand the differences between the knights. But that is just, you know, just an observation, really. Queen of Pentacles. Love that Queen of Pentacles. She's under the apple tree. It's gorgeous. And then finally, King of Pentacles. All right, so let's just shuffle, because that's the fun part for me. Let's shuffle. Oh my gosh, just shuffle so beautifully, guys. We knew that it wouldn't, right? We knew it would shuffle beautifully. Oh, see how slippery? But that's just amazingness. Which is why I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to get this deck because I like Llewellyn's style. It's my kind of style. So I just thought that I did. So we can just kind of play around and see how they look. I use jumping cards, so it's important for my decks to be able to accommodate my little quirk that I use solely, primarily, I'd say 95% of the time, jumping cards. I would say 90%. 95 would be aggressive, but that's what I aim for. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else. I'm not going to do a reading. I just kind of want to look at them together. And then I want to play with it, and I'm going to zoom in just a second with my Dear Heart Oracle. So, yeah, like that. This one does have borders, but let's see. Try to bring. Sorry guys, I'm trying to adjust it so you can be able to see it. Yeah, so that's what I was hoping for. It's so pretty together. Yeah, like, this is even almost like on accident, but on purpose. Knight of Wands, having balance, and Ace of Pentacles, creativity with that, and growth with King of Swords, and healing for Five of Swords. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, I think I found a little match made in heaven with this situation. You got this gorgeous guidebook. I'm just impressed, guys. I think it's going to be fun to use this deck with my Dear Heart Oracle for sure. But it's also, I have a feeling it's going to be just fun, a good overall reader, but we'll see, because I'm going to do a deck interview and see what is the best way to use this deck. And is it going to be for my private practice, for myself, or is this going to be a deck that I'm using for readings for others? I don't know yet. I don't know. Don't know. Look at that. Let's then shuffle just for a good measure, and then I'm off to bed for sure. This time it's getting late. I could stay up with you guys all night long. If I could, I would. Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging the combination between the two. So that's what I wanted to show you guys, was my unboxing of the Vivid Journey Tarot. Quite the lovely deck that it is. I'm very happy I got this deck. I think that it's going to play very nicely with my lovely Dear Heart Oracle, and it's going to play nicely with me. Yay for me, yay for my Dear Heart Oracle. So anyways, you guys, oh, sorry that it's, let's try to bring that back. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching my unboxing video and for all of my videos that you watch. I appreciate it. And it's been fun getting to know all of you. Thank you for being so awesome. And I will see you all in the next video. Many blessings to all of you. Bye.